Hello and welcome to the Inspiring Inking Facebook page and the Inspiring Inking YouTube channel. I'm Amanda Fowler and I'm back. Did you miss me? Yeah, I've been on my travels with okay. Just got a great big alert on my streaming app that's saying that Facebook is not connected. So I am just going to go and check in Facebook and see if I am live. Oh, this is all a bit just technical issues. Okay. So it's not showing on Facebook. Okay. For those of you on YouTube, hello. I just need to sort this out. So let me just remove it. And then add it again. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Okay. For those of you that are on YouTube, thank you very much for hanging in there for the last couple of minutes. For those of you on Facebook, I hope this is now coming through. I don't know what happened, but I've just had a great big alert saying that it wasn't live on Facebook. So I'm just going to go back and look and see if I've now appeared. Hooray! Hooray, hooray, hooray. Okay. I did not need that today. Let's see. Thank you, Liz and Karen. So I'm okay on YouTube. Let's just give everyone in Facebook land a minute or two to see if they can find me. So I set up the live stream weeks and weeks ago. So sometimes something happens, it updates or whatever. Yay. Okay. So Elizabeth and Alison Ali have found me on Facebook. So I'm live there as well. Hooray. And Lorraine's here as well. She's saying hello to everyone. Okay. Awesome. Shall we start that all again? I'm back. Hello. I've missed you. Did you miss me? What have you been up to? What mischief have you all been causing whilst I've not been here for 2 weeks? Let me know in the comments. It looks like the weather's been changeable whilst I've been away. It's kind of been sunny and rainy, and we came back over the weekend and kept my shorts on because it was so warm. And yet today I had a cardigan on until a couple of minutes ago and I got socks on again. So who knows? It's still spring, I guess. That's where we're at. Hello, Mum. How you doing? Pauline's here. Paul's here from Italy. I bet you're scorching in Italy. Dino's here. Oh, Paul. He's currently battling against water bills, gone up about 500 euros. Blimey. I guess that's as much as anything because there's not very much water about. You know, although when we get rain, it feels like we get lots of rain. Actually, we're getting less rain than we used to. That's Amanda sense for you. Oh, Alison's had another birth anniversary since I've been gone. 20 degrees, says Paul. It's actually a bit warmer than that here, actually. Although, like I said, I've got my socks on. I'm cold. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Donna. Okay. So I thought I'd kind of update you with with what I've been up to a little bit whilst I've been away. Then show you some new stuff that arrived whilst I was away. So that's really cool. And I've got some new products to show you with the crafting in a little bit. Those of you that are on Facebook or Instagram, you will have seen some pictures over the past few days of what we've been up to. I am going to do a blog post with some of the same pictures, but just kind of an update about what we're doing. We made the decision to kind of switch off completely whilst we were away. So to be fair, I did sneak into my emails occasionally, but mostly we've not touched the internet really at all. So I think sometimes it's good for us to just switch off. And as you know, my default is to work, even when I'm on holiday. So yeah, it's been good. We had 6 days in Mexico, which was part of the Stampin' Up incentive trip. And hopefully you will have got an email from me this morning. I have confirmed some more details about the scrapbooking products that are coming, which I am super excited about. We haven't had scrapbooking in its complete glory for years. And it's been one of the things that I've been asking about, and it's coming back. So I'm very excited about that. We were spoilt, as is always the way for a Stampin' Up trip. We got lots of goodies and saw some sneak peeks of stuff coming in July. We got treated to events and all sorts of things. So we had a really lovely time, but it was a full-on 6 days. We were just dashing around. So after that, we flew into Miami and got a car and drove down the Florida Keys. And I indulged in way too many variations of key lime pie. I am a key lime pie aficionado now. And we went here. I've got a new mug, look. To the Turtle Hospital, which was very positive and very sad in equal measure. It's amazing the work that they're doing, but it's just so sad that it's humans that are causing the issues for the turtles. And I'm not surprised that it's humans causing the problems for the turtles. But it's just sad to see the pictures and see the things, but they're doing a really good job and they're releasing lots of turtles. So one of the things that made me smile is their sort of mantra for whether or not a turtle can go back. It's got to be able to swim up and down. And it needs 3 working flippers and 1 working eye in order to be released. So, they don't keep them just for the sake of keeping them. They try and get them back into the wild, which is where they belong. So, so that's really cool. So we went there, and then we had a few days in South Beach. Lots of resting, yummy food. And yeah, so we've had a good time. As always, you come back from holiday and you need another holiday. Particularly when you look at your inbox and your pile of work that you need to get done. So yeah, so I shall be busily catching up this week. And then hopefully we'll be back to normal. Whatever normal is. So there we go. Stella's here. Texas is in the house. Maureen's here. Margaret's here. 182 millimeters of rain in 3 days, says Donna. So that is 7 inches of rain, 8 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain. Minor flooding, but no dramas. That's good. Tanya's here. Hello. She loves key lime pie too. Lorraine's loving the mug. Yeah, I mean, it's everything about me in a mug, isn't it? So you'll be seeing this a lot. It's absolutely my color of shade of blue. And Ali's had a course of injections. Darn it. Hopefully they work for the neuropathy. And Tessa's here. Brilliant. Okay. So you're all here. So I've kind of caught you up. That was a whistle-stop tour of what Amanda's been doing. Whilst I've been away, a catalogue launched. Not the best timing. Not the best timing. So I filmed a catalogue walkthrough. Did you see it? Was it helpful? Do you like the new catalogue? Or what's your favorite thing in the new catalogue? So much awesome stuff to see in there. So do tell me, what's the first thing on your list? Because I know you keep a list. We all keep a list. I have a list, but I will show you what came first. So when we talk about products, oftentimes, I don't know, people imagine that I've got all the things. I get all the products from the new catalogues, and I don't. I have a budget, same as everyone else. And what I try and do is spread my purchases over the months more than anything, so that I have something new to look forward to, so that I can play with something new. So I tend to buy a few things and then a few more things and a few more things and a few more. Do you see what I mean? I buy in chunks. So I'm going to show you what I bought first. It's not everything that I bought first, but I'm going to show you bits as we go through the next few weeks. And the front door's gone, and that's the UPS man. I'll be back. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, thanks very much for doing that. I picked that up already. Brilliant. Thank you. Bye. Oh. Always on a Tuesday afternoon. It's just crazy. That was the last few bits for the In Colour clubs. So for those of you who joined the In Colour club, your stuff will be going out in the post in the next couple of days. So now I'm out of breath. Having been away for 2 weeks, you would have thought, you know, my fitness level would have improved. No. Actually, before I get onto the crafting, let's let's give Amanda advice. For the first time ever, and bear in mind, I've been traveling long haul since I was in my late teens. So I've been all over the world in all kinds of temperatures, humidities, and everything else. Mexico was the first time ever, 3 days in, that I had feet and ankles swelling. Never, ever happened to me before. And it was really painful and really uncomfortable. So hints and tips, because it never happened to me before. So I did buy a pair of really attractive flight socks in Mexico for the flight to Miami and then home again. They look like Nora Batty socks. And for those of you that don't know who Nora Batty is, then I'm trying to remember the name of the show. Oh no. Dad would be so mad that I forgot. It was one of his favorite shows, Last of the Summer Wine. There's a character in there and she had really wrinkled stockings on. Anyway, they're like they are, Ali. They're just like hospital socks. But you know, any hints and tips of what I can do, because I don't want that to happen again. It was just crazy. It's never happened to me before. I don't know. And anyway, enough about my swollen feet and ankles. Thankfully, though, they didn't swell up when we were in Miami and in the Florida Keys. Now, whether or not that was to do with the humidity being different, certainly the temperature was different. It was a bit cooler in Florida. It was still high 20s. We hit sort of low 30s a couple of days. Whereas Mexico was low 30s, mid 30s. But it was glorious. I mean, I love the sun. I love the warm. So you'll never hear me complaining about it's too hot. So yeah, it was wonderful. Oh dear. Right. I'm gonna cry again now. So I've got the warning sign that my Wi-Fi is causing issues. Is it causing anyone else issues? Bear in mind, yesterday I put in a brand new router and set up everything on all of the computers and the telly and, you know, everything else that needed to be connected. But BT have moved again my full fiber installation. So it was supposed to be tomorrow. Now not going to be till the first week of June. So I'm going to be on the phone to them later to figure out what's going on. But let me know if you get any kind of blurriness with the picture. Let me know. And I'll see about going back onto Wi-Fi instead. Donna's saying elevate your feet as much as possible. But the heat would have as much to do with it. Yeah, that's what I figured. Thanks, Rob. I'm a bit bleary. Darn it. It's really, really annoying. Okay. I checked the internet speed as well when I before I came live, and it was fine. So I'm not sure. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and show you these products, and then we'll get crafting. Okay. For those of you watching on YouTube, you might be able to change your watch settings. On the little gear icon, you can sometimes increase the, what's it called? Increase the resolution. So if you have a higher resolution, it might get rid of some of the blurriness. Because YouTube particularly tends to lower the resolution. Okay, so let me just switch this around. And see what we can do. Okay, right. So move my tea out of the way. Move that basket over there. Okay, so the first two things, and you can tell, I mean, obviously, I haven't unpacked anything yet. Oh, here we go. The internet speed has just gone down hugely again. Okay. Bear with me. I'm just going to go and switch something off. But look at these whilst I'm gone. That one goes with that one. That one goes with that one. Okay. Right. How are we doing? Can we just have a blurriness update? So this is the first stamp set. It's called Labeled with Love. And it goes with this punch. Now, this is one of them that you can get punch or dies. It's got a really cool happy birthday. It's got multiple images that are 2 steps. So you've got leaves and coordinating flowers, and you've got this sort of confetti to go over the present. You've got a to and from and a label that coordinates, and all of these sentiments are designed to go with the label punch as well. And obviously you've got the 2-step on the butterfly. So you're going to be seeing a lot of that one. And it's got a punch. I'm always going to buy the punch. And and this is called Keeping Tabs. So this is to make fold over tabs. And you've got another lovely happy birthday. You've got these images that coordinate with the tab shape. Love this one. This one is perfect for me because obviously you can write here, and then when you fold it, the back is going to be pretty as well. But you've got thank you, to do, menu, notes, my list, hello friend, for you, happy holidays, and a congratulations and a sympathy. So really, really lovely stamps and punches. So those those are the first two things. That's actually 4, isn't it? On my list. Bear in mind, I got quite a lot in pre-order. So there's quite a lot that was here already. But then this is what I'm actually going to be crafting with today. So this is page 28 and 29. The papers are called Frames and Flowers. And there is a I'm just trying to see. Yeah. And this stamp set here. So this is called Simply Said. It's on page 19. That's from my catalogue walkthrough. And this has got some really basic sentiments in it, again, which are really lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by showing you the papers and the stamps. And then I am going to quickly show you how to make these, which is a sour cream container. I've got a video on YouTube for these already, making lots of different sizes, but I just thought really quickly, because I know I'll get questions, how do you make that? And they're so fast. It's really easy to do. So I'm going to show you how to do those, and then I'm going to make a couple of cards. I haven't designed the cards yet because I know that these papers are going to absolutely inform what it is I'm going to do. Okay, so we will start out with the papers, but what I'm going to do is bring in some cardstock, because these are the colors of card that go with the papers. So on the back, let me just show you, on the back, it actually tells you all the colors. So it names all the colors. So there is Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Soft Sea Foam, Pretty Peacock, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, Granny Apple Green, Early Espresso, Old Olive, and Pumpkin Pie. So my guess is in your craft stash, you will have some of these colors. And I love it when there are so many different colors to pick from. Something that I found really interesting is a lot of the leaves actually coordinate best with Pretty Peacock. Now, the other day I posted a card that had blue leaves on it, and, you know, artistic license and all that, but Stampin' Up have designed some leaves that are blue. And if you think about things like eucalyptus, it's got quite a silvery blue tone to it. So so that is good. So there's lots of colors to pick from. But boy, wait until you see these papers. So these are super cool. So we have double-sided paper. So you've got this, which is, it actually looks a bit like tire tracks, but it's designed as leaves, I think. And then hang on, let me just move that a little bit further over so you can see the whole thing there. This is one of my favorite patterns, I think. Really love that. And that's got little tiny flowers on it. And you've got some more leaves. And then that's like a Lost Lagoon. And it's like a sponged effect. It's soft watercolory. So you've got 3 double-sided sheets. And then you have these. So I'm going to, it's all right. I've got my chamois here, which is wet, and keep moving it about because I don't want it to go on the paper. So we've got these die cut sheets, and I think you've got three die cut sheets. Yeah. So you've got 6 12 by 12 sheets in total. So this sheet has got pieces that will do like a card front, but you've got frames as well. So you basically just pop them out. So they've got like little paper tabs to keep it attached. But then you've got these pieces that can come out. And then that makes like a full card front frame. Now, obviously, don't get rid of these. Because you'll see in a minute, I'm going to use that as a stamping layer for a sentiment. These are single-sided, so they're just printed on one side. Obviously, you've got these little strips here as well. These will work really, really well. And you've got a really long strip there as well. Let me just put it the right way up. So that's really good. You can chop it up if you're a card maker, or it makes a nice banner if you are doing 12 by 12 scrapbooking. So that's one page. They've started falling out now because I've started moving them around. Ooh, I don't know. I've lost a bit. I don't know where that's gone. But we'll just look at that in a second. So then you've got this one. So this one's got lots of floral images. So you've got like individuals and banners. You've got wreaths, complete wreath there. Like a sentiment layer as well. And then lots of leaves that you can add in. Now, again, you're going to hear me talking about scrapbooking more. And I'm a card maker, I'm a paper crafter, and I'm a memory keeper or a scrapbooker. And I do all those things. But we haven't had the range of products that really we needed to do. And certainly we didn't have albums or we still don't, but we are getting them. And so on for me to be able to talk about it more. So you will hear me talk about it more. If you are just a card maker, then that's fine. I'll be talking about both scrapbooking and card making. And just bear in mind that the only difference generally, no, there are two main differences. Three. Let's go with 3 main differences between card makers and scrapbookers. Quite often scrapbookers work on a bigger size. So they work often on 12 by 12, but some people work A4, some people work 8 by 6, 6 by 6. So you've got a bigger canvas to work on. Scrapbookers add journaling, which is basically writing the memories that are attached to the third thing, which are photographs. And shock horror, you are going to need to start getting those photographs off your phone and printed. Now, I have set up a special email list for anybody who wants to be first in the know about scrapbooking and the different things I'm going to be doing, because I will be doing different classes and all sorts of different things. So if you are interested, if you want to go on that list, just email me, amanda@inspiringinking.com, and I will add you to the list. All I need to know from you is which list you want to go on. So there is my general list, which you can go on, and then there's an additional scrapbooking list. You can go on both or just one. It's up to you. But just send me an email and I will add you to that list. So you've got this lovely page. And then there's one more page. And this one is falling apart as well, look. I tried to open the packet without it falling apart, and it didn't really work. So this one, you've got some sentiment panels here and here. You've got some more wreath shapes, sort of ovals and things, but you've also got corners. Corners are super cool. They are amazing. Okay, so lots and lots of stuff to go at. So I am going to, I've got some card blanks already. And that's the stamp set. So on the page, let me see, on the page with the papers is this stamp set called Poised Peony. And this works really well with it as well. I'm not using this today because I want to use this one. So this is called Simply Said, and this is a wonderful set if you're just wanting to get a few new sentiments, different styles of sentiments. So you're covering the main sentiments that you would need. So we've got hello and birthday wishes and thanks. You've got a happy birthday, a celebrate, a thinking of you, a thank you. And just a note. So these work really, really well with all types of different cards. So Tanya's saying they're gorgeous colours, and Tanya and Margaret are saying it's great for scrapbooking too. Absolutely. So let me just get this out. So as I said, I haven't unpacked anything. Everything is as it arrived. So this is a photopolymer stamp set. You always get 2 sheets of acetate with your photopolymer sets. You get a flimsy one, which I don't tend to use for anything because it is quite flimsy. But then I peel all of these off and match them to their corresponding image. And then what you want to do is you want to save this piece of acetate because, you know, we do buy window sheet. We have window sheet that you can buy, which, you know, if you need lots, then you need to get that. But this is a really good, strong, you can't see it, really strong acetate. So if you are doing a shaker card or you want a peek through window or something like that, save these. Do not throw these away and put them to one side for that. So I actually just put that back in my window sheet box. And one of the other things that I do with my oops, that was my new one of my new punches going on the floor. One of the things I do as well with a new photopolymer set is I ink them up. I'm not going to ink all of them up, but I'm going to ink 2 or 3 of them up. And the reason for that is photopolymer stamps often have a coating on them. Same as red rubber stamps, they have a coating on them. And you just want to make sure that you've inked them and cleaned them a couple of times before you actually use them. And I tend to use Petal Pink. And the reason for that is photopolymer always stains. So right now, it's really nice and clear. In about 10 minutes, when I've finished doing this crafting, they will be, let's do a hello. They will be stained. But by adding this paler colour onto the stamp in the first place, quite often what happens is it doesn't stain as much. We'll see. Right, there we go. Okay, so the reason that I've stuck them on this side is because I'll know to go back and ink all of these up. Hi, Anne. Good to see you. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. Okay, get my stamping mat out because I'm going to need that photopolymer set and get my trimmer out. Oh, right. So I'm going to make a quick card. Then I'm going to show you about the ice cream maker, sour cream tube. What? Oh no. And honestly, I don't know what's going on. And then I'll do another card if I've got time, because I know that time is running away from me. So I'm just going to make a layer for this card. Will not surprise you to know that I am using Pretty Peacock first. That won't be a surprise to anybody, will it? What colour is Amanda always drawn to? Blue. So I've cut a layer. I am going to use this floral image here. And remember what I said about the leaves working best with peacock? Pretty cool, isn't it? So we've got that. We've got the lovely flower. And then I'm going to use this piece to put my sentiment on. Let's have a look. There's my Pretty Peacock ink pad. And the happy birthday. Ooh. There we go. You see what I'm doing? So just stamp that down. Then I'm going to trim it. So this is the inside of one of those wreaths. So I'm just going to get my scissors. What I'm actually going to do is just trim this down a little bit so I can line it up easier. So obviously I want the top of the sentiment to be straight. So let's just see. Oh, that worked well, didn't it? Huzzah. I love the fact that we've got all these grid lines on your trimmer. So it just means it's easy to cut in a straight line. There we go. There you have it. You don't have to add lots more embellishments. Now, I will probably, before I take a picture of this, add a bit more sparkle because, you know, life is always better with sparkle. But I didn't bring any upstairs. And since I've gone downstairs twice already today, I'm not going downstairs again. I've got crafting to do. So the final image on the video, you will see that there is a little bit extra when you see it on my blog or in the email that I send out. Just move that over a tiny bit. And Tombow. And you get so many different images. You can put them on the front of your card, you put them on the inside. So I'm just going to get an inside layer. Find something else to add in. Ugh. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm just going to use one of those lovely little flowers for the inside. And it just adds a little bit of something on the inside. Now, depending on whether you want to write lots or not, you can always put a bigger piece in if you don't want to write a lot. Or if you've got a lot to say, then a tiny little image works really well. There you go. How quick and easy is that? It's wonky, but you know, straight's overrated and all of that. Let me just lift that. You just make it a little bit straighter. There we go. That's better. Awesome. Okay, so really quick and simple, just using those die cut pieces. Let me show you how to make the sour cream container. So let me grab the catalogue again. It's one of these. Now, they're called sour cream containers because in North America, that is how your sour cream comes, apparently. If you are in the UK like me, you will remember these as Jubbly ice pops or Calippos or that kind of thing. And it will make sense when I show you how it is designed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it to coordinate with this one. So you just need a square piece of paper. So I'm going to do a 6-inch square, but you can do any size. So I've done 12 by 12. I've actually gone as far down as 2 by 2. Okay, so the world is your oyster. It depends what you've got to put in it, basically. So you need a square and you need tape. Now, we all know Tombow glue is Amanda's favorite glue, and I use this for everything. I do not have the patience to use Tombow glue on this project because it's too slippy. Okay, so it just doesn't work. I just have to sit there for too long to keep it steady whilst it dries. So I use tape. So what you're going to do is you're going to put tape on 3 sides of your square piece of card. So it's basically to make a U shape. Then the 2 sides are opposite one another. Lift up an edge of the tape and bend it back. So the edge nearest the single piece of tape, just fold it back like that. And the same here. You will thank me later for doing this when you're trying to undo the tape. Okay. So you've got those 2 pieces like that. So now just roll this up a little bit to encourage it to be sort of curvy. And then the single piece of tape, what we're going to do is lift that off. And then we're going to make this into a tube. Now, the easiest way I've found to do that is firstly just curve your paper a little bit to begin with. But then just line it up at one edge. Let me bring it right up close so you can see. Line it up there. And then line it up at the bottom as well. So you know your edges are straight, top and bottom. And then what you can do is just put your fingers in and just squish the rest of it and it will just flatten out. Okay. Couple of things to be aware of. You want to make sure that the paper covers the whole of the glue. So what you don't want to do is have like a gluey edge, because whatever you're going to put in this will stick to it and it may then not come out. Okay. And then it's really, ooh, I've got 2 little bumps there. Let me just flatten those out. Then what you want to do in order to make the container, you're going to squash one bit east to west like that, and then one bit north to south. And that is basically the essence of the tube. But there is a really important thing to be aware of. You've got a seam. Can you see it? You've got a seam. And the way we would normally do anything with a seam is you'd put it in the center and you just squash that there. But if you do that, if it's dead center, when you go to squash it this way, you're going to end up with the seam being on an edge. Firstly, it doesn't look nice, but it's also then a weak point. So what you want to do is move it over so that the seam is 1/4 to 1/3 of the way across. So that when you squash that piece down, and then that piece down, your seam isn't going to be on the same, on the sort of joining edge. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we're just going to offset that a little bit. Now, you remember I said that the future you would be impressed that you'd folded your piece of tape up. Well, this is the point at which the future you is going to be happy about that, because literally all you're now going to do is just pull it and squish it. And again, just take your time a second to make it line up. Now, it looks cool like that, but you can reinforce it. That's not been done on the one on the Stampin' Up website, but in the catalogue. But I'm just going to show you how to do it. So I'm just putting the straight edge along one of the grooves, and then I'm just going to score. So that's about 3/8 of an inch. So I've just scored it to reinforce it. And then if you want to, you can score down, and let me see if I can show you how to do that. So I'm just scoring every 1/8 of an inch. And you need to do it on a simply scored board. It's not going to work in your trimmer because you'll squash your you'll squash this bit. But let me just pull that up. Okay, so can you see? Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see because it's patterned paper. Honestly, I think maybe you can. So that just reinforces everything. And then what you need to do at that point, at this point, before you glue it together, is put whatever you're going to put into this. Put it in now. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do that. And then you're going to squish this that way. And that makes you your awesome container. Now, what Stampin' Up have done is they've used a hole punch. And some baker's twine. Got lots of different baker's twine. So this is sort of the multicolored. I'm actually going to use, we have to go neutrals. So they've used baker's twine, not only to kind of tie it up together, but also to put a tag on it. So I'm just going to cut a double length. And I do this a lot because I like a bit more body when I'm tying a knot and a bow. So with the baker's twine, I'm just going to do like a double bow. Like so. So if you didn't want to glue it, if you just wanted to fasten it with ribbon or your baker's twine, let me just fancy that up a bit. If you only wanted to do it with ribbon or baker's twine, just don't put glue on that edge. Let me just trim that off. And then let's find something to put on here. Is that going to be too big? Yes, that's going to be too big. So let's see. Look at this. Look what's happening. Oh, there we go. That will work. It's all right. So look, this is this is the reality of my desk. It's all falling apart. So what I will be doing is I'll be popping all of these out and putting them in a cello bag inside the bag that holds the sheets. But I will, as I said to you, I'm going to be keeping these sheets to use for sentiment purposes. So we're just going to put that little embellishment there on there. And then that or we'll coordinate with that. And it's just this is one of the fastest, easiest containers you can ever make. And honestly, you can put so many things in here, particularly if you do it with a big 12 by 12 sheet of paper. That works really, really well. I am conscious that it is now 3 o'clock. So I think I am going to finish there for now. I will be making lots more cards using these. So keep an eye out on my website and on the on Instagram and YouTube. No, Instagram, Facebook, and my blog. Then I'll show you some more projects. But yeah, it's just such an easy sweet to use. So thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you back here next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Remember, right now we've got an amazing joining offer. You get all of the new In Colour products, the ink pads, the markers, some cardstock and some paper. It's over £200 worth of products for £99, which is amazing. If you want to join, if you've got questions, then let me know. Email me, call me, whatever you want to do. I will gladly have a chat with you and we can talk about it. And I will see you all again next week. As always, all the products are available in my online store. So if you pop over to, here we go, www.inspiringinking.com, you will be able to see all of the products that I've used and a whole heap more products besides. So thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you all next week. Take care till then. Goodbye.